Well, I'm working on something that I did on my previous JK. On my JK, I removed the carpet after several years because, as you know, as carpet starts to get wet a lot, pretty soon the smell doesn't come out of it. This particular carpet, I'm going to totally pull out. And what I did with the JK is I used a bed liner and I bed lined the inside and I put floor mats back in. It was fairly inexpensive and it worked pretty well, but it did increase the noise level inside the Jeep quite a bit, and temperature and stuff. The floors were always cold or always hot. You know, it's a thin floor. So I always thought, even back then, well, if I would have put a little more money into it, I would have bought something like a full new flooring. And I think Bedrug made something, and Armorlite, of course, was around, and that's what I got for the JK. I got the Armorlite, and I'm going to remove this. I'm going to put down some soundproofing, a really ultra thin soundproofing, so it probably won't do much on its own, but that with the bed liner might help. I've seen that you don't have to remove the seats to do this, but with me putting the sound matting and stuff in, I'm going to remove all the seats, take everything out, clean it all out, put down the sound, and then put the new mats in, and put everything back in. And hopefully, my thought is, I don't use this thing as a submarine. The reason it gets a lot of water in it in Montana is getting in and out in the wintertime when you got 4 inches of snow on your shoes, and it melts once you get in the car, and then it just kind of rolls around by your feet and runs off the mats eventually and gets into the carpet and gets soaked up. And then when it starts warming up, you get this funky smell. It smells like foot or something similar. And it kind of starts permeating your whole thing, and then you have to wait for the temperatures to get hot enough for it actually to dry all that carpet out, to actually not smell it every time you open the door. So I'm going to do that. While I'm doing that, I'm going to put in seat jackers on my side. Catherine doesn't really need that because we have like 4 inches of cushions stuffed into her seat. She has a lot of neck and back problems, and she likes that seat just the way it is right now. It is set up. It works really good for her. So we're not going to do any changes to her seat. We're going to put the seat jacker on mine. I think I could really benefit from having that front of that seat tilted up a little bit. So I'll give you a little review on that after I drive it for a while. Other than that, it's 3 degrees outside. My dogs are in here with me. We got the wood stove going. What do you think, Sheba? Huh? What do you think? So they have a dog door. They come and go as they please in this, and it's a heated garage for the most part. The wood stove, it'll be 80 in here in a little bit. It's a good operating temperature for working on the vehicle. I can peel my coats off and work on stuff. So that's my plan today. I'll give you a couple of updates as I go along. That's all the seat jacker is right there. That's the whole thing. This is the sound matting I got. It's kind of like the thinnest that these guys make, and we'll see how it does. Okay, all I can say is don't judge me. It's been 6 years, so there's going to be dirt, and I'm going to get this all cleaned up. But to get the seats out, that's pretty straightforward. Loosen up the back one so everything comes out. The console, there's a panel here to loosen that up. That'll just make it easier to tuck the stuff up underneath when I get there. Now there's underneath here, I got some more on each side that have to come out. And then we start moving the side trim because the new flooring will come up underneath, actually, underneath the side trim. So getting that all done. Right now I haven't easily enough space to get everything underneath everywhere else. So all together, it's about 30 minutes so far to get the seats out and to do that. So that part hasn't been very long. I imagine the soundproofing and cleaning will take longer than the installing, so if you do a good job. So I'll keep working. I figured I'd show you what it looks like naked. So this is what your floor looks like. This is all the treatments they've done to it. Everything as far as soundproofing or heating, heat protection, anything like that, you're seeing it all. This is everything they did, which kind of looks like they put some straps on the body, maybe a little glue on the back of some of the carpet. That might be a heat-proof, soundproof mat, I'm unsure, but looks like it could be. And maybe this is one here too. Looks like that might have been put on before they painted it. And then everything else just looks like this. So we got everything loose. We can tuck everything back in. I'm going to start vacuuming, and then after it's clean, I'll start the soundproofing. All right, so I got all of the sound matting down. I'm going to go ahead and get the roller and press it all flat, and then I'll start installing the armorlite. Well, there's the flooring in. You might wonder why I went with this color. It's because that's the color of the dirt out here. Whenever I use my black mats, they end up that color anyway. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and go with that color. Anyhow, got to get the seats back in. All right, well, it's all in. Tighten down. Have to give you a review, see if it's any quieter, see how I like it as far as cleaning out water and slush. I'll get a good opportunity to try it out. So, alrighty. Kind of gives you the idea of what it looks like when it's all put in.